Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and today is our second video about Azure Landing Zone Accelerator. If you missed the first video, check it out here in the video description. The first video was all about explaining a little bit about the documentation, what's the plan, what we are trying to achieve. And today we're gonna deploy everything, okay? Before we jump to our deployment, because that's gonna be a long video, I want, of course, to not don't want to forget to check if you already subscribed to the channel. In case not, I'm gonna be happy if you can do that. It's gonna support me and motivate me to keep creating videos for you. Okay, so let's get started. Let's not waste much time. If you remember last time when we were talking about this is the documentation, by the way. If you remember, we have some sequence of tasks that we need to do in order to use this accelerator. Okay, the first one is actually plan. Okay, it's making sure that you have the tech skills and so on. But if you remember when I was talking here last time, there is a checklist file which is important for you to populate and share internally with your teammates. Okay, and that's actually what we're gonna start right now. So I have downloaded already the file, and we're gonna fill it together. Okay, so I uploaded it here to Google Sheets. So the first thing is you need to decide what you want to implement and how you're going to implement that. Okay, in my case, I'm going to be doing the Bootstrap. This is information about the Bootstrap, like prepare how to say the body of your Bootstrap your environment. So put all the configurations that you're going to use. And this is the second one is regarding the technology. Okay, it's all about your environment itself. For now, we're going to be focused on the Bootstrap part, but later on, when we finish our implementation, the idea is to update this tab here as well. Okay, so let's go to this first tab, and let's start with the information we need. So the first one, let me check if I can make it. Okay, so the first one is regarding the. Let me check if I can make this a little bit bigger. Yeah. So the first one is regarding the tool, the technology we're gonna use, right? So let's type here Terraform. I cannot edit this. What's going on? Okay, my Excel skills is not good. So okay. Okay. So let me check if something is wrong. I don't know if what I'm doing here. So like I said, if something goes wrong, we just fix it together, but I don't know. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna copy this and paste it here. Okay, that's more than enough. Okay, so I'm gonna be using Terraform. Okay, we're gonna be using GitHub for our implementation. Okay, for our deployment, we're going to use GitHub Actions. I'm going to make another video for the Azure DevOps. Very easy, not much secret, but I'm pretty sure people are going to need that. Okay, we're going to be using Terraform, and we're going to be using the platform. So remember the first video, if you didn't watch the first video, have a look. I explained that high level what's the difference between them, but this is basically the normal platform landing zone, which is a normal environment for its general purpose, let's say. Okay, if it fits in everywhere. The sovereignty is more centralized, more closed, is for sovereignty, and financial is basically for financial industry. So you have some policies and so on. Okay, some different policies. Okay, so I'm going to be implementing the platform one, the Bootstrap location. So it's going to be West Europe. So get your region. I'm going to keep this start location as well as West Europe. And this is talking about the parent management group ID. Okay, that's, remember also the first video I was talking about that, and let's do it together. Okay, This is, if you go here to Azure, if you type here management group, you're gonna end up here. Okay, as you can see, I have a management group that was playing around, but what we're gonna need to do, we just need to create another management group. Okay, so we're gonna give the name as ALZ class, something like that. No, I'm gonna demo class. Okay, I'm gonna make something nice, demo class. Okay, and then I'm gonna give a display name. So it's gonna be ALZ demo class. So it's gonna be like this as well. I'm gonna make it this way. Okay, I'm gonna submit. It's gonna take some time, and then we're gonna be able to visualize our management group created. Okay, so meanwhile it's creating. I'm going to Google Sheets and I'm gonna populate here. So it's gonna be I already forgot the name. ALZ demo class, remember. Okay, so let's check it out. It's already there. It's uppercase, no problem. You can include here just as an extra information for your team. Okay, actually this one is not needed. Okay, so that's the most important one. Now it's time for us to grab the subscriptions ID. So let's go to our environment. I have these 3 subscriptions, so I'm going to get for connectivity. Then I'm going to get for management and identity. Actually, it's already updated for security, which is it's nice, but let's go for it. Identity. If you see here, identity, yeah, it's here, and then we got also connectivity, identity, and management. It's the one at the top. Okay, and management. So what I notice here, the documentation is partially updated. So why connectivity is gone. So the documentation is partially updated. So let me copy here. What I'm doing. Okay, so let me check it again. See, I'm fighting with Google Sheets. Okay, let me just paste it here. Yeah, now we are good to go. So we have my 3 different subscriptions. Just double check management CAD, management CAD, identity C5 something, identity is C5. Oh, I just pasted literally the same, you see, which is nice to double check everything. I'm gonna copy it here, checklist, come here, clean and paste. Yeah, now you're good. So C5 is identity and CAD is the management. CAD is the management, CAD. Okay, so now we got our subscriptions. The Bootstrap subscription ID. This is basically if you want a split, if you wanna include the Bootstrap informations in another subscription. So when you build your environment, you're basically getting storage account which is going to be stored in the Terraform state files. So is the Bootstrap separated subscription if you want. In this case, I don't want that. So basically I'm going to copy the same as our management. Okay, so I'm going to copy this one. Don't want to use a different one. Just want to keep it the same. Okay. This is for naming. So we're going to understand later on. So this is like when your resources start be created. So I'm gonna do like this demo lower string without space or punctuation. I'm gonna put class just like this. Okay, so that's what we're gonna have. Then we have a management. I'm gonna keep like this because it's gonna concatenate. So it's gonna get different names, going to get class and management and build the name of some resources in Azure. Okay, so let's continue. So we have this, we're just going to leave as empty. Then we wanna use separate repository for templates. That is up to you. You can deploy your templates together the same repository. So I'm gonna use separated one for that. Using private networking, you can use private networking for that. I'm gonna leave it as no. This is for the storage account, then you can change it later, but for this implementation I'm not gonna do that. Allow usage from my IP. Actually, if you turn this on, then you need to need to make it true. Otherwise, it's gonna have problem for accessing from your IP. Okay, I'm gonna make it false. False. It's not needed. False. 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 False and false. Okay, oh no, then I'm just gonna leave this true just in case, okay? Well, actually, let's make it better. Let's make it true. Make it true. And let's make this one true. Make safer, okay? You see, it's not a problem at all. It's just a matter of whatever you decide. Of course, there are the security concerns, but most of the time is what you're gonna decide. Apply approvers. If you have approvers for your environment, you can apply, you can include here. Branch policy, you can just enable by default, which is basically when you build your GitHub repository, it's gonna build everything for you. Then you're gonna already attach the policies. For example, can only change the man with the pull request and some other policies. This is regarding the information we're gonna need to create yet. We don't have it. Oh, this is actually for Azure DevOps, but for the GitHub we don't have it at all. So that's it. That's actually all we need for now. Okay. So let's keep going. So we have prepared our checklist. So we are ready to go to the second step. Okay. The prerequisites. It's making sure that you have everything installed. Okay. So I'm going to open a new tab. I'm going here to install, and then I'm going to decide where I'm going to install. I'm here on my Mac. So I have my MacBook, so I'm going to install on Mac. I can do directly download. I can just copy and paste this. Okay, I already have, but I'm going to show you how to do it. It's very simple. Just run the brew install, then you are ready to go. Okay. So while this one is installing, I'm gonna get the second one, which is Azure CLI. Okay, I also have the Azure CLI, but you can easily install on your environment. So let me get here for macOS. You can also have the brew install. So we're gonna copy. I'm gonna wait for the first one to be installed, and then we install the second one. Now I'm gonna put my password. Apparently it's updating it, which is nice. Hope my audio is good enough. I changed recently my microphone. I also made a different background here. Make some adjustment. I've got a light here, which is somehow is hurting my eyes. It's like I'm making because I have lenses, so it's making it dry. So anyway, I need to learn more about the light. So if you have any hints and tip about how to make a good scenario, drop me a message. I'm gonna be happy to hear what you can share. So this one was installed. So let's install now the Azure CLI. Okay, it's also already installed, but I want show you these steps. Okay, so this is done. So it's running, but we can already go back and go to the next one. Is the Git. This actually we don't need to run. It comes by default on your environment. Normally Linux comes by default, and I don't remember for the Windows, but you can choose your OS. Let's say like here for Mac, it's being installed Git. Okay, I'm gonna run it. Let's just for you to see things working completely. Okay, being installed Git. What I like to use as well, it's the GitHub CLI. If you can use it, GitHub CLI. If you can download it and install it, it's very handy. So you can install it very easy with brew install GH. Okay, let me copy. Open here. It's not needed for this implementation we're gonna do for this deployment, but it's nice to have. It's nice to have. So let's see. Oh, it's still going. But the next step that we basically need to do is start. Let's create our service principal. Okay. Check here. Oh, this is going. So while this is happening, we can move on for our next step. Okay, so we are in phase 1, and that's all about the subscriptions. Okay, it's saying like create your subscription, making sure that you have the 3 subscriptions, make sure that you have the management group. This everything we have already. So basically what we need to decide is the authentication method. Okay, in our case, what we're gonna do, we are going to jump to the service principal. Okay, and basically need to create a service principal here. Okay, before we do that, I'm gonna open again my terminal. Okay, I'm gonna open a new tab. Check if I can open a new tab. New window. Let's do this. And what I'm gonna do, I'm going to documents, labs. I'm gonna create a new directory and here. And I'm gonna call it as ALZ demo class. Okay, I'm gonna access it, and I'm gonna open VS Code here. Okay. Another thing I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna create here create mkdir notes. Okay, and from here we're gonna create few files, and then we're just gonna put our notes here. Okay, so I'm gonna make something like my notes. Okay, I'm gonna put txt. Okay, so that's gonna be notes, because what's gonna happen now, we're gonna create service in principal. And it's taking long, and I think it's basically updating, or something was missing in my machine. Well, I hope nothing's gonna break because of that. But anyway, so what is happening here, we're gonna create our service principal, and we're gonna start taking notes, because it's important to have these information for the authentication. Okay, so let's go. So let's go to the portal. So we go to the portal. Actually, let's go to the portal. Then I'm gonna show you something after that. We go to enter ID. You can type here enter ID, or if you have access already before, you can just go directly to here. What you're gonna do, we're going to app registration, and you're gonna create a new registration. Okay, let's create a new registration. And we're gonna give the name as service principal. And then we're gonna do SP or just demo class, something like that, simple like that. Okay, we're gonna give this name, and we're gonna register. Okay, after this is actually the service people. This is what we're gonna use for authenticate with our environment. We're gonna pass this information to GitHub. GitHub, you're gonna use this information for authenticate in Azure and deploy everything. Okay, so the first thing we need is gonna be the application ID, okay, which is client ID. So let's in our notes, let's give the name client ID and give it in and paste here. We're gonna need our tenant ID, so let's get the tenant ID. Okay, another thing we're gonna need is our subscription ID. Okay, but before subscription ID, we're gonna need something which is the secret of our service principal. Okay, and that's what we're gonna create now. So I'm gonna click here, certificates and secrets, new client secret, and let's create it. I'm gonna type demo class. secret. And then I'm gonna put, you can put whatever expiration time for you. I'm just gonna put 90 days, but I'm gonna delete this straight after of this demonstration, okay? So I'm just gonna give it okay, and that's the value that we need, okay? So I'm gonna copy, make sure, okay, secret, okay? I'm gonna put secret ID. Make sure that you copy it and paste already somewhere, because you can only copy this, visualize this one time. So because, for example, if I go to here and come back, oh yeah, if I refresh this page, I'm not going to be able to access these anymore. Well, you can of course always generate a new one, but I don't believe this is what you want, right? Just 1 second. So you see, so you're not able to visualize anymore. So if you want to get, it's impossible, so you need to delete it and create a new one. So that's why I'm putting here on the notes, okay? So we have the 3 main informations, and we are missing one, which is our subscription. We're gonna deploy, and not everything is in the management, but we're gonna deploy resources in management, which is related to the storage account that is gonna be also storing our state files. Okay, and of course there are management resources there, but we're gonna see in our third video. Okay, so then subscription ID. Okay, so we got the 4 information necessary to keep going with our environment. Okay, so let's go to the documentation. Basically say go to enter ID, register. It's basically telling us how to register. Okay, and here now is telling how to grant the permissions. Okay. Basically the thing we need to do is grant search for the subscriptions and grant the permission for each subscription. So that's basically what we're gonna do. So we're going here to subscriptions. Sorry. So let's continue. We go to the management group, then you get the subscription you need. Okay, so we're gonna get, for example, connectivity, and then now we're gonna start granting the privilege. Okay, we go to access control. After access control, role assignment, actually it's already here. Add role assignment, and then we're gonna attach our service principal. Give the assignment to our service principal. Okay, I'm gonna make then it the owner. I'm gonna get my service principal, so it's called something class. It's demo. Yeah, demo class. I'm gonna select. I'm going to next. Then I'm gonna make it high privilege. I'm gonna leave like this. Of course, you can put expiration time. You can make more security configurations for you, but for this demonstration purpose, you can have an idea how it works. Okay, then I'm going to do the first one, which is the connectivity. We're gonna do for all of them as well. So this is connectivity. So let's go now to identity. Here I'm thinking about start making some classes actually with lives, because it's so nice to keep doing this stuff and talking with people, but for now I just keep talking here, and yeah, it's I like to make this way of talking, and at the same time it's a video but it's not editing, and I think it would be nice to make it as a live video so people can participate together. So let's select the members, in the class, do the same, next, and there you go. Review and create. Okay, and the last one, which is we did the management, we did connectivity. Now let's do to management. So let's go to subscription and management. Go to IAM. And right now it's just basically preparing our environment, okay? You can automate this process here, of course, giving all these permissions and so on. But the main idea here is to understand how it works, okay? So if you check here, owner, next, I'm gonna select again my new class. And let's go. Next, high privilege. Okay, permanent, and review and assign. Okay, perfect. So you can validate here. You can always validate here. Like you can see, this is the owner. In identity, you can also see that our source principal is the owner as well. We have also for our connectivity, which is the owner as well. Okay, one thing I like to do, even though I'm not sure if it actually would affect or something, because when we attach permissions, for example, if you attach permissions here in the tenant group, all the resources under that, they're gonna inherit it. They're gonna get these permissions as well. Okay, it's like because the main one got the permission, it's gonna be cascaded to all the others one. And what I like to do, we're gonna move these permissions, these subscriptions under our management group. Okay, we're gonna move to here to our demo class. So connectivity, identity, and management. Okay, we're gonna move to there. But what I like to do as well is go to the management group and also grant the permissions to the service principal. So make the service principal owner of these this management group. So I'm gonna select member. So why I said that is basically because remember that I just attach it to every single subscription. But since I'm attaching here to the management group, automatically the subscription also, I become the owner as well, because I'm the owner of the management group. Okay, but I just like to attach to all of them to make sure I'm following correctly the process. Okay, because here it says basically for you to attach to every single subscription, and that's basically what I'm doing. Okay. So we have got here, let's validate, okay, let's validate if our permissions is there. So I'm going to here, IAN, and then role assignments, it's there. Okay, so far what we have done, so far we have created our management group. Just to recap, we have created our management group. We have created our service principal. So our service principal is here. It's going to be in our application, so demo class. So this is our service principal. We collected the information that we're going to need later on. Okay, and we move it, the subscription, to under the structure that we're going to start making our implementation. Okay. So let's keep going. So let's check if there is anything missing. Okay, this is actually explanation for how you can set the environment variables. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this guy here because we need to set this in PowerShell. Okay, so I'm gonna open the nodes and then I'm gonna organize this. So I'm gonna remove this. Maybe if I change this to SH, I'm gonna have a better. Yeah. So I'm gonna remove this. No, what was the name here? Was okay. This can be gone. I'm gonna keep this. Okay, this is just an explanation. This I can actually I have somewhere here. Let me check. Yeah, I have here an example. So basically this is for Linux. If you want to export the environment variable to Linux, that's the way you're gonna do. and this is the way you're gonna do if you wanna do it in Windows. Okay. So what we're gonna do, fix this. Okay, so let's copy our data to here. So the client ID is basically our client ID. There is no secret. Tenant ID gonna be our, of course, tenant ID. Okay, it's basically populating everything to us. That's good. So the client, the secret is gonna be the secret, and this is the same. So let's see if it's gonna do the same for this guy. Amazing. It just did everything to us. So just to validate, the tenant A6, 9B is client, 9B is the client, the secret is XD, and subscription CAD. Perfect. So we have both. Okay. So let's keep going with our implementation. We created the permissions, and now what we need to do, we need to create our token. Let's go to the Bootstrap phase 2. We need to create our token in the GitHub. Okay, so in phase 2 is basically choose what you're gonna be using for your implementation. In our case, is GitHub for Terraform. Oh, with Terraform. So let's pick this one. Actually, you see here, it's just telling directly about the Bootstrap, but it's not saying yet about generating the token. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to next. Let me check if you're gonna be able to see it here. This is DevOps. Okay, I'm gonna end up the same place. Check here. Okay, no, that's not the one. We still need to go back to the phase 1 subscription. Oh yeah, okay. So we were here, then we jumped to directly to platform subscription permissions. What we need to, we jump into service principals, but we need to go now to GitHub, which is this one for the prerequisites. Okay, which is basically now creating the token. Okay, that's what we need. So let me open here if you go here to settings, I'm gonna open here, this is my, check if I'm sharing my screen correctly. Yeah, so this is my GitHub. So make sure that you got your GitHub. I'm gonna create a token. You go to, just to make sure you are following, you click on your profile, go to settings, and then after settings you click here on the developer settings. For some reason this line that I have here is just messing up so badly with my eyes, but let's go to the end of our class. So I'm gonna click on personal token and then find token classic. I prefer this one. Okay, I have this one to be generated, so I'm gonna generate a new one. Okay, I need to allow in my my phone. So let me get it. GitHub. Okay, so let me approve. Okay, so now no, that's not, I want the token. Generate a new class. Yeah, that's the one. And then now you just need to give a name. Okay, I'm gonna give the same name, class. Okay, you give whatever name you want, and the expiration you can put whatever expiration you want. Okay, I'm gonna put 7 days, but again I'm gonna delete straight after this demonstration. Okay, and then you need to follow what is needed. Okay, so let me try to bring this to here. In our documentation we need repo, workflow, admin. So basically that's what you need to do. So let's select repo. Okay, then we need a workflow. Okay, and then we need admin org. Okay, then we need user, read user. Yeah, read user, this one. Then we're gonna need user email as well. Okay, that's good. Delete repo, we're gonna need. Let's use our delete repo. Then we also have then you can generate, but something happened here. Apparently it didn't select, or was selected. Workflow. Oh, I believe if you select everything here, that's something wrong. Okay, so if you I believe what is happening here, if you select repo and you select workflow, is basically the same thing. So let's see if we're gonna have any problem later on. Okay, so what we're gonna need to do, actually, let me no, I was thinking about open my previous token to see, but if I open that, it's gonna generate a new one. It's gonna break whatever I had before. But this is actually, since I'm not using, I'm gonna double check, because it shouldn't be done checking this. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Update GitHub Actions, but why when I select this? Let me do one thing. I'll do this, and this. Yeah, I didn't understand. Oh, it's actually check it. Oh yeah, it's just the interface is actually just not good. Check here. Yeah, that's, oh yeah, if I check here, it's automatically check it. Let me zoom in here. You can see it. You see, it's actually check it. It's just an interface. It's just not good. Maybe because I have the dark mode enabled. So let's see. Okay, so we have everything we need. Just validate. User, we have the admin org, we have the workflow, the repo, and the delete. Okay, so we are good to go. So let's basically copy, generate our token, and do not forget to copy your token, because similar to the one we did for service account, service principal, token. We're not gonna be able to visualize again later on. Okay, so that's important. So just copy it. So as you can see, it's here. And let's go for it. So I've got this. This is okay, everything that I need. So if you see me refreshing here, you're gonna see that it's there. So if I try to open here, I still can visualize. Yeah, I can still visualize. Yeah, let me see then the previous one, this environment. Yeah, exactly the same. So it should be fine. Okay, so that's it. So let's keep going to our environment. So we have the token. Okay, so we have the token. We have the authentication via the service principal. Okay, we did actually this first, then the token. Which is fine. So let's go now to the phase 2. Okay, the phase 2, we can jump directly to GitHub with Terraform. Okay, and now it's basically telling us some commands that we're gonna need to write or to execute. Okay, I have already prepared this command here on my notes, but let's do one thing before. Let me check here. There is something missing, which is, let me check, prerequisites. We have this, okay, then we have the Azure DevOps, the GitHub, okay, instruction for the GitHub, then we have this, okay, that's good. Then we have the authentication for the service principal, okay. Then now it's saying to the Bootstrap, oh, okay, install, basically install, oh, okay, this is, it's telling us to validate our installation. Okay, that's what I want to get. Okay, so basically what you can do, you open your terminal and you're gonna validate, you're gonna make sure that you have the modules installed. Okay, I'm gonna clear here. So I'm gonna copy this guy here. It's basically say like, make sure, validate that you have this, that you have the version. Just copy and paste. It's not needed, but just in case if you want to, is pwsh. Then you're in the PowerShell, then you paste. Okay, then it's showing the version of your partial, so you're good. It's saying actually the model that you have. Okay, in my case I don't have any ALZ model, so we're gonna need to install it. Okay, so in case you already have, you can run update model ALZ. But since we don't have, we can run the install. Okay. So now it's basically going to install the ALZ model to us. Okay, I'm going to select A for everything. So now let me run the previous command and see if something is going to pop up. Yeah, it's not showing anything. Let me check again. Install. Okay, so let me now say update and see if, okay, so it's installed. Yeah, if we run this, actually now that we're gonna get the version of our ALZ, so it's more clear now. Okay, yeah, so I have the version 4.3.0. It's been updated a lot since this documentation was the last update. Okay, so we have got this. So basically now we need to get our input file and our platform landing zone file. Okay, so let's first get the scenario that we want. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna find the scenario you want, and the first thing we're gonna do is go to scenarios. Okay, you go to scenarios, and then we're gonna choose the one you want. In our case, we're gonna deploy in a single region, hub and spoke virtual network with Azure Firewall. Okay, we gotta get this one, and we gotta get this file here. Okay, just copy everything. You can create a new file with this name actually. Copy here. You go to your environment, go to here, open here, create a new file, and then we're gonna give the name yes first. Okay, I don't want here in my notes, I want under here. Oh, it's already there. Okay, then we're gonna copy all this and we're gonna paste there. We have our configuration file, and basically we need now our input file. So let's look for that. Here's where you configure everything, but we're gonna have a look on that. But let's go back a little bit and look for the next step. The next step is basically make sure that if you are gonna make a separated library folder, and that's basically what we're gonna do. But we're not gonna create it now. We're gonna keep moving. Bicep, Terraform. Because I'm gonna let the command create these files to us. Okay, so we need to have basically this structure here. Okay, that's what we need to do. So I'm gonna copy this guy. I already have actually these commands here in my notes. I'm gonna copy here. I'm going here to the notes, and then I'm gonna make sure that I update according to my environment. Okay, so this is basically what you need to do is you need to include your path. Okay, and this is basically where is your landing zone application implementation Bootstrap. Okay, I'm gonna copy this, and then I'm gonna replace here. So if I go to here, I replace this with this. Okay, I'm gonna replace this to this. Actually, you're gonna see that it's actually not needed. It's actually not needed to replace this with this to bring that file, because actually it's gonna I don't need to create that file because it's gonna create automatically now to me. you're gonna see what I'm talking about. So let me just finalize here everything. It was giving me already the recommendation, but I didn't do. So let's just run this command here. So there is like to exclude this line in case you are using the other different models we are not using. Remember that I was talking about the financial one or the sovereignty, so we're not using that. So we are good to go. Let's just create these files. If you check here in my directory, I don't have it. I only have my notes in that file. I'm gonna even remove it. No, actually we're gonna need it because I already copied the thing there. So let's run this file here, this sequence of commands. Basically this command here is the one that I'm gonna run, okay? So let's go, paste, and now we should have a structure created for our environment. So if you see here now, we have configuration, we have lib, we have output, and two files has been created, okay? A file called inputs, and the other one platform landing zone, okay? Let me copy this guy here actually. And since created with this name, I'm gonna ignore because apparently something has been updated recently. Now we need to get the input file. So let's find out where is this input file. So this is, this input is basically here. Okay, so let's copy it. Inputs, get the file and update our inputs. Okay. If you see here in the documentation, basically say this is the structure. So the inputs and the platform need to be inside config. So let me copy this guy to here and move it to config. Okay, move. Okay, so now I have a config with inputs and platform, and I have a lib, I have a output, and just my notes there. I'm just laying, not bothering anyone. So let me drink a little bit of water. Let me check if I'm not missing anything here from my notes. So let me look for output, because this actually has been updated recently. It was giving you the option to implement it with using the output and without using the output, and it basically it's not giving this option anymore. It's using by default already including output, which is nice. Okay, so the only one thing you need to do now, just validate your path. That's what I like to do. Basically open your VS Code, open the nodes you have, and validate if it really exists. Okay, so we saw there, but let's just make sure everything is fine. Just gonna copy these, do this. It's not there. It's not there because I didn't update something here. Okay, so Anderson, let me check where I am. Okay, so what I did here, labs, okay, user Anderson, documents, labs, demo class. Oh yeah, because it's actually in config. So if we check here, something is wrong here. It's supposed to be config. That's why it was created in config. That's why it was created in the home. So I'm gonna update this. So this one should be fine because I just updated it recently. Okay, it's there, of course. The directory, let's just double check that exists. If we check here, we see that exists. But yeah, I'm like that. I always need to double check. Okay, it's there, and the last one, of course, is also there because we can see here. Okay, copy. Okay, so with that being said, so what we need to do now is basically populate our inputs Azure DevOps.yaml. Okay, and let's do that. Let me make here a little bit bigger later. I don't want to update now, so let's make it bigger. So we gotta get our inputs here and let's update it. Okay, so let's start by sharing the Terraform. It's the one we want to use. Okay, the Bootstrap here, Azure DevOps. No, not DevOps. Say something about DevOps. Azure DevOps. Let me check here. Oh yeah, because this is Azure DevOps with Terraform. Sometimes I'm surprised with myself. So smart, but it's difficult reading documentation sometimes. So that's what I need, and that's the inputs that I need. Okay, so let me get this one, and let me update here. Okay, yeah. So that's basically the one related to the GitHub. Okay, so Terraform, GitHub, it's fine, it's correct. Platform landing zone is correct. Remember, our checklist is basically this information is also going to our Bootstrap file, input file. West Europe, I'm gonna include this West Europe for everything. Since it's single region, remember when we were implementing, we got single region. Let me check, where was it? Bootstrap, scenarios. Yeah, scenarios. Then we got single region hub. Okay, if you were getting another multi-region, then we need to put different ones, but in our case it's not needed. Okay, so now let's get the information about our subscriptions. So we're gonna need the subscriptions. The first one we're gonna get is connectivity. Oh, this actually was not the first one, but no problem. It's around 10 p.m. after a hard working day, and yeah, I'm feeling a little bit tired. So we have a connectivity, and interesting that here is showing security subscription. I don't have it, but we can do it. Connectivity, and then we gotta get identity. Let's do it. Then we get management. Okay, and here is actually it's already mentioning the new architecture regarding the security layer of the environment. Okay, of our landing zone. Since I have a subscription left here, I can do it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this AI landing zone, and then I'm gonna use the AI landing zone. I'm gonna use this AI landing zone. I'm gonna move this one to my demo class. Okay, I'm gonna move to here. So let's freestyle now. So I'm gonna move to here. So now I have my subscription here. Refresh. My subscription is here. Oh, where is my subscription? Didn't I move it, right? It just do the hard refresh. Oh, what's going on? Connect. Let's see. Management group. Okay, now it's there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna basically change the name. Okay, after when you change the name, it takes like security. It takes like 10 minutes for the changes to be affected. Okay, affected. Yeah, so I just changed it. So soon it will be updated. The name will be updated. And then we got our environment. Okay, so we have an identity, a connectivity management, and now this AI lands on. It's actually a clean subscription. I don't have anything inside. I was testing some stuff, but I don't have anything now in this subscription, so I basically gonna use for this. Okay, so let's keep going with our implementation here. So we have now the subscriptions. Oh yeah, let's get the ID. That's why it's also nice that the code use ID rather than the name itself, because the ID is not gonna change. Okay, so let's go secure it. And let's go to our Bootstrap inputs. Okay, so let's get our token. So we go to GitHub token. This is our GitHub token. Yeah, inputs. GitHub token. I want to check one by one. GitHub runners, personal runners. We're not gonna run any personal runners. I'm just gonna leave the runners from GitHub itself. I like to leave also the token there, just in case. I'm gonna run on my organization. Let me double check here. That's the name of my organization. Personals here. Organizations. Yeah, that's my organization. I'm gonna use my own organization for that. Use separate repository. Yeah, we're gonna build in a different repository. You can deploy together, but we're gonna see that it's gonna build two different repositories for our environment. One is gonna have the template. Second one is where our code is gonna be laying. Okay. Bootstrap subscription ID is gonna be the same as the management. Okay. There is no different Bootstrap subscription for that. Okay. And this is the service name, which is gonna concatenate. Remember that we have something related to was here. What we saw somewhere. Yeah, class management. So let's use it. I'm gonna use like this, class MGMT. Okay. Postfix we're gonna leave default. Use self-hosted containers. No, false. I'm not gonna self-host any container. Use private network. It's up to you. I'm gonna leave it false. Whatever. What else I have here? Allow. Let's make it true. Actually, remember. Oh yeah, we were making this actually true. And also here true, because we were talking about the security part. So yeah, let's do like this. For the approvers, we're not gonna leave any. Just gonna leave like this. If you wanna include any approver, it's basically people, colleagues, whoever work with you who has permission to the repository. You can include them. So whatever changes in the repository, they need to approve. Also for running the pipeline. Okay. Branch policies, yes. And the output we're gonna need to update, so we're gonna get this in our PWD, the output. We're gonna copy this guy here, copy, and then we're gonna update here. Okay. And apparently we are good. So let me open here my my nodes and check if I don't have anything missing here in my environment. Okay, so let me open this guy here on what is this configuration. So we have, let me check 1 second. I'm just opening because I had another environment that I deployed, of course, to make sure that this is gonna work. So I have I just wanted to make sure that the parameters are correct. Okay, if it's matching with I had before. Okay, so everything is fine. ALZ platform approvers actually, that's what I want to double check. I'll just leave like this. Okay, we don't need to leave the quotes at all. Okay. Okay, so we are good. Nothing to change. So I'm gonna close this one. So now what we basically need to do is keep going with our documentation, which now we're going to the last part, which is run the deployment. So let me close this here. Yeah, I'm still recording. So let's go to the documentation. Let's go back. And let's go to the last step, because remember you're here in GitHub Terraform. And here you can read later on, it's explanation about every single parameter, okay? The next one is basically, keep going, is, actually we're gonna need to run our Bootstrap and then run the pipeline. So we still go to the Bootstrap, GitHub with Terraform, we go all the way at the bottom and then we deploy the Bootstrap, okay? Make sure that you always update the model, but since we just installed, it's not needed. And now you're gonna run the deployment of the accelerator, okay? Let me open here my notes as well, because I already have this command prepared here. Okay, I go to here, deploy. And just to introduce to you, this is exactly the same way that we did for the generating the file, create the file directory. But now we're gonna run the deployment using the PowerShell. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that this path is matching with this one. Okay, so I'm gonna get this guy here. Actually, I just got everything make more sense, right? I'm gonna get this, and then I'm gonna update here. Okay. Basically updated everything to me already. So if I can validate here inputs, configuration file is good. If we go here to the platform landing zone, it's also good. Let me just double check this guy here, but it should be fine. Yeah, it's there. And then let me just minimize here just to make sure that I'm recording everything. And then we are good to go. Okay, so just to double check this one. Now we can run our Bootstrap environment. Okay, so keeping notes, you should just delete this or save it somewhere safe in case you're gonna need later on. This is just for controlling. What we're gonna need to do now is export our environment variable, okay? If you are doing on Linux, like I have here, you can do like this export. Then you go here to your Linux, copy and paste, and you're gonna export it. Export, so I'm doing something wrong. I'm gonna check it later. I'm too tired for that. So let's go directly to the PowerShell. Because my eyes, for some reason, my eyes is just totally uncomfortable now. I need somehow fix these lights here. But anyway, so let's PowerShell pwsh, and let's paste here. Okay. So I just exported the environment variables. So this is the environment variables that the Bootstrap is gonna read in order to prepare our Bootstrap environment. Okay. Okay, so we are here, good. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to let me bring this organization to here. I'm going to open my organization. Okay, repositories. Okay, so if you check here, you're gonna see that in my organization there is no repository regarding this project. We're gonna run the Bootstrap, and then we should be able to see 2 repositories regarding our environment. Okay, so let's run. Okay, so let's get the command. Let's copy, and hope everything is gonna be fine. So let's do it. And now it's time, if you wanna drink some water or whatever, go to the toilet, get a bread or whatever. That's time for that. You can speed up the video, you can jump. I think it's gonna take like 2 minutes. It's not that long, but like I said, I don't edit my videos and just go with the flow. So let me drink some water and wait a little bit. So it's basically preparing, is bootstrapping our environment. Soon we should be able to visualize the repository created. It's very nice actually. It's very interesting to see the updates done by the Microsoft team. By the way, if you don't know, I'm a part of Microsoft. I work for Microsoft. I'm Cloud Solution Architect in Microsoft, and it's very interesting to see the updates, the effort that is being they have been doing for this accelerator, for the whole documentation. It's super good. So let me wait a little bit more. Let me refresh here and see if something is already being created. Not yet. Let's just wait a little bit. So when you are following the process for the Azure DevOps, it's exactly the same. Exactly the same. The thing that is going to change is basically the token that you need to generate. Okay, so we got an error here. For some reason, manager group, it was not found. What is this copy? Where this is coming from? Let me check what I'm doing wrong here. This is the tenant ID. The management group was, oh yeah. If you go here to inputs, if you're gonna see here to root parent group. So I didn't include here the parent. So that's not gonna work, right? So I'm going back to my management group. I go here to the demo class. I'm gonna copy this ID. You see, that's part of the process, and it happens. It's normal. That's development, cloud DevOps, whatever you call it, it's a word. Nothing that it's never like this. So I just updated here. So let's run, because it was basically looking inside the tenant for this management group and could not find for obvious reasons. Okay, so let's run it again. And now I should run without any problem. And that's, like I said, that's what I like on making videos. Is just issue happens, we see what's going on, and then together we fix. And yeah, I prefer like this. Honestly, I don't have much editing skills, and yeah, I prefer to do this way. So basically, now it's loading the models. When you're gonna see also, when remember that we were talking about the architecture. Let me go back here. So the Bootstrap Accelerator. We were talking about the architecture. It was somewhere. Yeah, this architecture here. Here you see we had actually in the input we have already information about the security area, the security part of this platform, but here it's not reflecting. So yeah, which is interesting. But what I want to show you, you see this management group is structure here. Everything is going to be created automatically to us. That's super good, super nice. So if you refresh here, of course there is nothing yet because we didn't run the deployment. But as soon as, okay, let's say yes. So now it's going to apply the configuration to our GitHub and it's going to prepare our environment. But what I was saying is when we run the pipeline, all this structure is going to be created to us. It's very easy. You don't need to create that structure itself. One thing that I haven't done with you, and I should have, but I haven't done, which is basically added the configuration file here. This is all about your environment. So this is regarding the IP you want to use. It's information about your environment. So see if you want to configure here, customize here, that's the place for you to go. Okay, so that's no much secret. If you want to include tags and so on, that's where you need to set all those things. Okay, I had left everything by default. One thing to pay attention, okay, still going there, I'm gonna leave like this. One thing for you to pay attention, for example, DDoS, it's enabled. Some other resource, it's already enabled by default. And don't forget this resource consume. It's gonna consume, it's gonna cost something, okay? Some resources are expensive. So if you are just playing around, make sure that you turn off some of those resources, okay? It's in somewhere here in the documentation. Let me check here. Terraform, how to modify policies, getting started. Let me check. There are some explanations here where can you turn off all those resources. Okay, not all those, but some of them that you might want. Let me go here one thing again. Bootstrap, Accelerator, Terraform. Yeah, it's somewhere. I'm gonna leave the link in the video description because I can't actually find right now. Maybe it's no, nothing policies. No, Terraform, migration guidance, no. How to maybe this. Yeah, I'm gonna share with you. It's somewhere in the documentation where you can turn off. So for example, if you wanna turn off the DDoS, if you don't wanna have Bastion host, all these things, it gives you the explanation where exactly to change, so you can just turn off for your learning purpose. Okay, so let's see how the things are going. Yeah, it's still going over there, but I believe if we refresh our organization, we should see something already. Yeah, we see here actually two repositories. Okay, one is for the templates. You can see here we have the templates with the workflow. Okay, and the other one is basically with the code itself about our environment. Okay, our landing zone, so you can customize it the way you want, but it's basically being generated. Okay, let's just wait a little bit, and soon we should have environments start being deployed. Okay, and that's actually something that's gonna take long, because talking about deploying firewall take like 30 minutes. Virtual network gateway takes around 40 minutes. So a lot of services that take some time to deploy. Okay, so it was completed, so that was nice, successful. So what we're gonna do now, just refresh here and have a look in our repository. We have our lib, we have the workflow here, we have the configuration file here, the Terraform files, the documentation here. And like I said previously, we split it in two. We could have everything in one, but we split it in two. So you see here that we have our templates, which is contains the workflows for the continued delivery, continued integration. Okay, this is basically the templates. What we need to do now is run our deployment. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going back to the main repository, and then we're going to actions, and then we go to continuous delivery, and then we're gonna apply. Okay, we check if there is something. Yeah, so I'm gonna run the apply. Okay, and let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see if everything gonna be fine. Let's see the structure that we have here. Just wait a little bit. Yeah, so our okay, now the pipeline is started, and actually it was basically the sequence. Accelerator, Bootstrap, Accelerator, starter models. Already lost. Okay, yeah, that's what I want. So that's the sequence. Then we did the prerequisites. Then we did now the run, which is the phase 3. Okay, basically went to here, just explaining how can you do for both, but we just basically went now to the actions, select the second continue delivery one, run workflow plan. Actually, I should have run the plan first, but actually I didn't even see the plan. I only saw apply and destroy. I believe it's gonna just run the plan first automatically. So now it's running everything, and let me check if there is any interesting information here. Okay, so that's it. Advanced scenario. So let me check. This is what I was looking for before. Preparation, prepare environment hierarchy. Okay. Start models. Okay. Let me go to this one here. Let me check if there is something here. Options. Okay, I think it's in options. Okay, this is line of settings. Okay, this is where you can, you see the options you can do here. Turn off the DOS protection, turn off bastion host. So if you can follow here some instructions to turn off some configuration here. Okay, if you go here to turn off the DOS protection, for example, you see whatever you need to change or delete files or whatever comment in order to turn off. Okay, if you go here to our pipeline, everything is being deployed. Okay, so it's gonna take a long time. And if we check now our management structure, if you refresh, let's see if we have something already. Not yet, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave now this running because this is gonna take this one. This is gonna take a long time. So it's gonna take a long time to deploy everything. I believe 1 hour, let's say, 50 minutes is gonna take. So right now it's 10 p.m. So I'm gonna leave this deployment happening, and tomorrow I'm going back to the environment, and then I'm gonna make our third video, which is showing everything that we have deployed. So showing everything that showing the resources, even showing the new area that was attached with the security part one, because we're not planning to include the security because it was a bit confusing. Documentation was not telling about security, but then in the input file there was security. Then we decided at the end to include that. But that's it. I was just giving some time to make sure that this would be updated on time. Oh yeah, and it was. So if you see here now, the structure has been created. It's been created automatically to us. So you see that we have our structure created. One thing that I told you, remember, I was studying about security, and that's something that was attached here. It's very nice. And our subscriptions are here, basically here, and actually the name was already updated as well, which is nice. And I don't need to do anything. Basically, all the subscriptions is going to be moved automatically on my behalf. One thing that I actually need to do, I go to security, and give the privilege, otherwise it's going to fail. Because remember, I was doing this for all the service principles to all the subscriptions, and for this one I also need to do exactly the same. So I'm going to do the owner. Otherwise tomorrow I just need to run again. Go do this. What is going on? Let's see. What's the name? I don't remember the name. Let me check here. My brain is not working anymore. My brain is just tired now. It's part of the process. But let me check. Role assignment. Oh, a demo class. No. Yeah, it's demo class. Oh. You see, brain sometimes just crash. So let's go to settings. IAM. And also add role assignment. and privilege owner next. Previous select one. Demo. Yeah, that's the one. Going to here, next, privilege. Just gonna give like this, review, and we are good to go. Okay, now we can just leave the whole night here, and yeah, and let's see tomorrow morning. Again, thank you very much for your time. I think the class was something around 1 hour, something like that. So thank you very much for your time. If we open the big camera here. Thank you very much for your time. It was very nice to have you here. I hope you could follow along. If you have any question, drop me a message here to me. And then I'm gonna be more than happy to help you with that. Or just connect with me also on LinkedIn. Yeah, let's connect, let's exchange ideas. And then the third video, like I said, it's gonna be the video showing all the resources and explaining everything what we have. Okay? See you in the next video. Take care. Enjoy your environment. Bye bye.